lately I have a lot of energy. And when you are going into education, it's imperative that you have a lot of energy. You don't want to go into the classroom and be a dud, because we have some teachers that are duds, okay? And if you are dud, you are not doing very well, because that means your students are not engaged, nobody is paying attention, and people are off task. And we want to make sure that people that are coming into this field really know what they're getting into, have a full understanding of what it is that you need to do to be successful. So today we are going to talk about the essence of education is the secret to success. And we're going to help you make the decision on if this profession is for you. Because some of you say that you want to come into education, but do you really have what it takes to come into education? Some people think, well, I'll just work with the little babies because they're okay. Honey, baby child, you in for a rude awakening, okay? It does not make a difference if you're in early childhood, elementary, middle school, high school, or special education. If little Johnny is not having a good day, he might kick you in the shins today, okay? But you can't kick Johnny back, okay? You got to keep that in mind. So as an educator, you have to make sure that you are prepared and you are ready to rock and roll. So to get ready to rock and roll, I always recommend to my students and my colleagues all across the world that you have to get your mojo going. And in order to get your mojo going, you have to have some type of theme song. So if you don't have a theme song, I'm going to highly recommend you got a theme song to get your juices moving and to get you into the move and groove and get you ready to execute your mojo. So what I'm going to have everybody do, I need everybody. Put your hands up in the air. Yes, put your hands in the air and wave your hands side to side. Yes, wave it side to side. I told you we was going to get lit up in here. So yes, wave it side to side. Yes. Side to side, because we got to get the blood flowing. Let's add some snaps and some claps. Some snaps and some claps. Some snaps and some claps. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh! I go on and on. Can't understand how I let something on. I must have superpowers. I'm $225,000. Get it calculated, use the math. I made 1,000 songs to make me move my what? And for the last 300 months, I made 16 hours for me in the front. And they know, when you get your beats, I heard 93 teachers say, teach like me. 2 singers, 10 comedians, and I'm still gonna get it every time you see me in. That's my favorite word, teach. What you gotta do it like that, teach. You know you can't play on my card, can't hang with the big dogs. Get on my thing, love with us. That I do on a consistent basis, okay? I do this with everybody. For some of you, it's a little too much, but guess what? I'm always gonna be too much. It's because as an educator, you gotta bring the heat, you gotta bring the fire, you have to be on fire, and I'm on fire for education. Yes, you have to be on fire for education. I see that Rowdy heard that music, you was ready to get crunk, weren't you? Was you ready? Okay, I'm gonna play it back. Come on, Rowdy! Come on, Rowdy! Yeah! This is what we're getting ready to do. Now stay right there, Rowdy. See, you don't know who you messing with, okay? You don't know who you messing with. So we gonna move from Too Short to some Mary J, baby. Come on, yes. Come on, Rowdy, let's see what you got. I'm gonna show you what I got. What you got? Come on with it, baby. Come on. Hey! Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. How? Hey! There you go. Come on, Rowdy. Hook it up. Hook it up. Get the clap. Get the clap. Come on. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up. All right. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, yeah. I like that. Yeah. All right. Here it's playing today. Come on, baby. Yeah. Yeah. make a decision to come to this fine institution, you gotta be on fire every day. You gotta be excited. You gotta be ready to rock and roll, because on any given day, you have the responsibility to be the shining star and the light of a child that you have the opportunity to educate every single day. And notice I said the opportunity. Teaching provides you with an opportunity to be someone's sunshine, someone's beauty, someone's superstar. So I want you for a moment to think about your best teacher, and then I want you to think about your worst teacher. Who do you see yourself being? Somebody said, who? Yes. Because we have some good ones, and we have some bad ones. And so every single day that your feet hit the ground and you wake up, you should be doing some type of dance, because you have the opportunity to start anew. You have the opportunity to start over. You have the opportunity to make it better, because we only get one life. And you have to make a decision on how you're going to live that life. So every single day that I have an opportunity to walk into these halls and work with colleagues that have made a decision to be committed to this thing called education, I make a conscious decision to be the best version of myself. Because as a teacher, if you're not the best version of yourself, your students are not going to be the best versions of themselves. So you really have to think about it. Like I said, whether you're going into early childhood, elementary, exceptional child, even on a higher education level, every single day you go into the classroom, you are making a difference. So you have to fully understand that the essence of education is the secret to success. That's why I said think about your best teacher and think about your worst teacher. The worst teacher did not come into education being the worst. Something has happened over a period of time, and they got a little down on their luck, and they're just giving up. You can't give up on your students. Using little Johnny as an example. What's your name, bro? I'm going to use a lot of slang, so get ready. This is Ben, Brother Ben, Brother Ben. Let's play like Brother Ben is the kid that's going to come and kick you in your shin. I just have to work with Ben, and I'm going to look at Ben and be like, not today. Not today. Keep your feet on the floor. Okay, you see how Ben just did? Because Ben knows not today. Now Ben might go to the next class. And she like, yes, Miss Memphis meet class, and he might kick Miss Memphis in the shin. But Miss Memphis, you have to do the same thing. So what you gonna tell Ben if he trying to kick you in the shin? Say that loud. Stop. Yes, I need a little aggression in your voice when you say it. Say, not today, Ben, not today. Practice, we practicing. Say, not today, Ben, not today.
Not today.
Give her a round of applause. She a little shy, but we work on that. We gotta work on that classroom management, because you have to be able to manage what's going on in your classroom. You really have to. Now, I don't know, if some of my students in here, I have to bring some of them in here. Yes, okay, I see her. She's like, here you go, Dr. Smith. She can tell you, this is how I am in the classroom every single day. I'm not exaggerating. And when I say I'm too much for some people, I may be too much, and I just have to say, I'm always gonna be too much, because I'm on fire for education. And I wanna make sure that you have a full understanding on what it is that you need to do to be successful at this thing. Now, I'm not saying you have to have as much energy as me, but what I am telling you is that you have to have the wherewithal, you have to have the strength, and you have to have the determination to rock this thing out. Because if you don't, you will suck at it, and your students will be nightmares. They will. And it doesn't make a difference if you make a decision to teach in an urban school, a suburban school, a rural school, a private school, a parochial school, or even homeschool. Any type of school. If you come in there with the wrong attitude, it's not going to be good for you, and it's not going to be good for your students. So you have to make a decision every single day that you wake up. What type of lifestyle do you want to have in this thing that we call teaching? I've had the opportunity to do this over 31 years every level. From being a middle school teacher, to an elementary school principal, to an instructional coordinator, to an administrator on special assignment, to a professor, and now is the department chair that represents this fine institution. But again, even on my worst day, you won't know it's my worst day because I know I'm charged to be the best version of myself because I have to prepare students to make sure that they fully understand what it is that they need to do when they are going to go into the classroom. So I'm going to put my student on the spot. I know she didn't expect it. Then we're going to find Jimmy and we're going to put him on the spot too. And I just want you for a minute to just briefly share with them when I talk about you got to bring the energy, you got to bring the excitement. What does that mean? Because you're actually in the field now working with students.
So I am working with 5th graders right now at a middle school, and you have to be excited because if you go in there acting all dull, like, oh, it's raining today, I'm not happy, they're going to read it and they're going to walk over you and be like, she's having a weak day today, I can get away with what I want. But if you come in, yes, today is a great day, we're going to learn about English, they're going to be like, oh, okay, we're going to have fun today and it's not just about the rain.
Exactly, fine, Jimmy. Now you see, two different individuals, but she still had Jimmy. He's not here. I saw him earlier. I wanted them to meet Jimmy. Okay, he had to go somewhere else. I don't know if any of my other students are here, but I just want them to share what they're doing so that you can actually see the opportunities that we afford you here. So one of the great things that we do as you prepare yourself to go into the classroom and as we make sure that you have a full understanding on what the essence of education is we scaffold, which means we build. So your freshman year, you will take that intro to teaching class, and you'll get about 20 hours in the field, whether you're doing some before care or some after care, to help you make the decision if this is what you really want to do. And then it's kind of like you just kind of putting your foot in there and kind of like getting a tryout. And then after you do that and you're admitted into the program, then you go into these things we call blocks, where you will do your content block, your literacy block, and your advanced block. And when each one of those blocks, they build off of one another, so it's like scaffolding or like you're going upstairs. You'll get more and more hours in the field where you're actually put into a school with a cooperating teacher where you'll have the opportunity to lesson plan, learn about classroom management, and actually teach in an actual class. So by the time you get to student teaching, you have had 3 or 4 opportunities in different schools and different grade levels to prepare you for this thing called teaching. So we kind of ease you into it. And as we ease you into it, we want to make sure that you clearly understand what the expectation is so that you can become a rock star, superstar teacher. Our students are such rock stars. We have people that call us on a daily basis asking us, do we have people in 3rd grade or kindergarten or 1st grade, all over the country, not just in this area, but all over the country. So we try to make sure that we provide a solid foundation. Teaching is not easy. And if somebody told you that, I'm going to defy that myth right now. You have to really know what you're doing, and you have to know how to do it. You may be good at your content, but if you don't know how to teach it to somebody else, that's not helping you or anybody else. I'll give you an example. My aunt is a gracious baker. Oh my God, like I'm closing my eyes right now just imagining some peach cobbler. Oh yes. When I say she is great at baking, she just can bake all different types of desserts. Now the peach cobbler is the family's favorite dessert. And when she makes it, and I'm not exaggerating, when we have family gatherings and she puts the peach cobbler on the table, it's gone in 20 seconds. Because I'm not joking. Like we're sitting and when we see her take that peach cobbler out of the oven, everybody's up and like running to the table, okay? Because we are ready for the cinnamon, for the butter, and for the tantalizing peach. And oh Lord, the crust is a must, okay? So she has like honed that skill set. She put love into making that dessert. So when you think about teaching, every single day that you wake up, you want to make sure that you are doing it and you are doing it well. That you are really on fire for it. Like could be your best day or your worst day. You want to be on fire for it. You want to be so good at your content. If somebody was to ask me to teach right now, right here, I could do it. I could do it. You want to really know what it is that you're doing. You want to just be so, like the front and back of my hand, that's how I am with teaching. It's like a connection, okay? I'm connected to teaching, and teaching is connected to me. It was like my calling. I knew it was my calling. So you got to really understand on if this is your purpose. Because when you go into the classroom, you are responsible for the lives of the students that you get to teach every single day. And you're going to have some Bens in your classroom. Now, I'm just using Ben for illustrative purposes, but Ben is on fire for education, okay? He's not like little Johnny. He's not going to kick you in the shin, okay? But we just pretending. Little Johnny might be kicking me in the shin because he needs a little more attention. And I'm going to give him the attention that he needs. But when Ben is out of order, not today. Not today, okay? Try me, and I'm going to try you, okay? Now, everybody has different approaches. That doesn't work for some people. But I do what works for me, because as an educator for Ben and I have a relationship, and I want to make sure that we have a working relationship, and it's positive. He understands me, I understand him. Even if you come in our pound today, I'm going to say, get all the pounds up, but guess what? You still going to do that work, okay? All right, because some people be like, I just don't feel like doing it today. Yeah, you don't feel like doing it, okay? Because, no. Who is this? I'm Dr. Smith. Let's get it together. Get it together, okay? And then for my sassy girl, you know how sometimes, get rid of that sassiness. Get rid of it, girl. Get rid of it. And for the big men, we like, girls or something too. Okay, yes. I'm just going to have to look at y'all and be like, no, not today. Not today. Don't come here telling me I don't like her. You don't even know her. Well, she know my friend, but do you know her? Okay, stop it. Like you just said, stop it. Say stop it again for me. Yeah, she my best friend. She know her and him are my best friend because they in front, okay, and they right by me. No, but that's how you have to be. If you build and maintain working relationships with your students and your parents, and I don't care if they claim that they don't like you, because a student act like they don't like me, and I'll be like, girl, you know you like me. We best friends, okay? And in her head, she like, get away from me, Dr. Smith, but she ain't gonna say it to me for real because we best friends, okay? Because she needs a little more love in her life, and so do I, okay? Because I'm gonna make sure she rocking it out. She gonna be a superstar. She doesn't have a choice because she's my student, and I'm a 10. Notice I said a 10, not a 9, a 10. Yeah. I don't wait for people to tell me I'm good. I know I'm good. When my parents got together, oh, I'm telling you, the Lord up above told them that they were going to have a fantastic, fabulous child. Okay? And so when they birthed me, this is what came out. Yes. Just all this goodness. I'm going to play like you my mirror. When I wake up in the morning, I say, today is a good day. It's a great day. It's always going to be a fantastic day because I have a responsibility to put good back in the world. Yes. I'm not exaggerating. I do that. So when I come out into the classroom, I'm on fire. Whether it's my best day or my worst day. Because I want you to think about it. When you go in the classroom, you're not worried about if your teacher had an argument with their husband or their girlfriend. Nobody want to hear none of that. Or that you forgot your coffee this morning. Who cares? It's second hour, and we supposed to be doing Western civilization, so let's hop to it, teacher. That's what you're saying in your head. Hop to it. So we have to learn how to prepare ourselves to go into the classroom and give our best. So when you're making a decision to come into this profession, you have to really, really understand what it's going to take to be the best. There are some great teachers out there, and there are some teachers that need to retire, or they just need to go into another profession because they lost their mojo. And so if it ever happens to you, that's why I say when you wake up in the morning, get your theme song. I don't care what the song is. When you come into my classroom, you're either going to hear some soft classical music, some soft jazz music, or some chill hip hop. Because you never know when I'm coming to you. Just like she had no idea I was coming, Ben had no idea, and Grace can tell you this is not a script. I just said I'm just going to call on Grace because she was one of my students, and we couldn't find Jimmy because he's gone. But if he was here, he would come in here and tell you the same thing. And my lovely colleagues across the room, I'm finna come to one of them now, okay? And this person should know who I'm coming to because this person helped bring me here. And you see how the individuals looking, they're laughing because they know who I'm coming to. And I'm just going, look how he's looking at me now. Okay, everybody knows this shit. Okay, now let me just tell you about the relationship that both of us have. Some days I tell you, it's not my best days. I might be in a bad mood. But you know what Dr. Bohan says to me? I'm pretending like you're in. And this is what he does. He says, shut up! Get it together, young lady. Get it together because you have things to do.